So we usually call you Uli, but what's your like full name?
Uli Masao.
Uli Masao. Huh?
Yeah, Uli Masao.
That's still one word though?
Yeah, half of it is German. It's Uli. And Uli Masao. The Masao part is, I think, a Samoan title name. I don't know whether it is a title, but.
So do we have like German relatives, or is it just like a German influence?
German influence, because in the early part of the early years, Samoa was, I think Germany had a bit of part to do with Samoa in the early parts of the years.
Oh, way back.
Yeah.
It's got some influence there, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So that's German, that part of your name?
Yeah, Uli.
Yeah?
Uli, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Every time when I was at school, they say Uli.
Uli. Was that like annoying?
Uli.
Yeah, because that's hard to like teach like a Western person to say those kind of.
Because they think it's a island name. It does sound more
sound
island than German.
Name. Yeah.
And but it's Uli is short for Ulrich.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do your children know that?
Yeah, I told them that.
Oh, you told them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I think I told them that.
Hopefully they know now. And you don't have a middle name?
Uli Masao.
Oh, the Masao part just...
Yeah, it's a title name, Masao. Some people say Masao. I don't use say it, but it's Masao.
That's how you pronounce it, huh?
Yeah. Because it's on my birth certificate, so it stays. I don't mind having it, but yeah, different.
Yeah, that's unique, you know.
Yeah,
it's unique to you. Oh, that's nice. And
they always call. In fact, every job I go to, I say Uli. Say, Ollie. Say,
hey, Ollie.
Uli, no, Uli, what? Uli. and eventually they just give us, we'll just call you Ollie.
Oh, yeah. Do you get that a lot, Ollie?
That's my nickname for years.
Yeah? Just for like people that just...
Yeah, because they couldn't say my name properly. So they see a long name.
Ollie.
Yeah, Ollie. It's been my nickname for years.
Oh, that's the first time I've heard Ollie.
Yeah.
But it makes sense though.
Yeah.
You know, for a lot of people that can't pronounce Uli.
Yeah. Because I'll be going like, "Hey, it's Uli, what? Yuli, or Bully, or Bully."
Listen to
I said, when I say, they say, it's a paga, so no, it's panga. So where do you get the
N?
N says it's a silent N.
Yeah.
It's really actually not paga, it's panga.
Panga, eh?
Yeah, it's how you spell it.
Panga, because the G is like a ng.
Yeah. Panga.
Yeah,
that's what
Ollie Pega.
That's what the true Samoan would say, you know, be Uli Masao, you know, Panga, not Pega or Paga.
Ollie. Sorry. So what's your earliest, like, memory, Uncle, that you can remember, like, being, like, very young?
I think the earliest memories I had were at Auckland, Ponsonby, Gunson Street. That was the first house that I think Dad bought when he came from Samoa with Mum, and that's probably the earliest. I remember. I think it was after the war. All I remember is jet planes going over.
Oh, that was like a new thing.
Yeah, because I think the war was over and they had all these jets going over. You couldn't
like
forget,
a celebration kind of thing?
You couldn't forget that.
Yeah.
I looked out at the two-story place of ours and looked at wow.
Yeah, that would have been quite a spectacle, huh?
Yeah.
So you were born in NZ?
Yeah, born in New Zealand. Yeah.
In Miramore?
No, I was born... I was in Ponsonby then, so it would be... I would say it'd be in Auckland somewhere. Auckland.
Somewhere central.
Yeah, central, yeah.
Oh.
I never thought about that, but you brought that up. But all I remember is we lived in Gunson Street.
Gunson Street.
And you can see the skyline. You can see the city, part of the city. And yeah.
Have you been back like in recent times?
The last time I went there was about 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And was it still similar?
The house
like
was
the
still
skyline and stuff, or was it blocked?
Yeah, the house was the same.
Yeah.
House next door where our cousins stayed next door were the same.
Yeah.
And I took a photo.
Oh.
And at that time, I think the house is now there around about 9 to 10 million.
9 to 10 million.
We ended up going somewhere else. We went to different places like Turikina Street in Ponsonby and Greyland. And then eventually we went south to South Auckland.
To Manarewa?
Not Otara, but past Manarewa, yeah.
Manarewa.
I remember that would be about 1961 that we ended up in Manarewa.
And it would have been quite different to now.
Oh, totally different. I think there was hardly any islanders in.
Oh, yeah. Get away from the islanders in Ponsonby, eh?
Yeah, and they started coming up to Otara.
Yeah.
But
the word must have got back.
Yeah. But when I think about it, I wish I would have stayed there.
Convenient. What do you mean?
Convenient to K Road.
Oh, like stay central?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when you think about it, that's like a good central location, eh?
Yeah.
Just walk to the city, maybe.
That's
I'm not sure how close it is.
We had cousins next door, Uncle Maya. They stayed in the next house because they were close. My dad was close to Uncle Maya. And so they had their house and we had our house. Oh. And eventually they shifted to, when we shifted out of there, they shifted to Mount Eden.
Mount Eden?
Yeah.
Still central, isn't it?
Yeah, for them. It's a nice area, but I remember years ago when I went around there, I looked at it and I thought, this is the old house. But that was the days in the 70s when it was pretty rough. We had all the we have all the gangs in there.
Yeah.
You got the king cobras and all that.
Oh, even back then?
Then they had the not only that, but they had, not quite then, not at that time. They were probably further up the track. But
and like the bigger ones, like Mongrel Mob?
Yeah. I think the problems we would have had then would have been in the early days is I don't even know about the Mongrel Mob much, but they probably would have been there.
I think Black Power, maybe
King Cobras. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But even though when I was in teenager, I always liked going to Auckland. I didn't like staying around Manarewa very much.
Yeah.
So I had to go to town quite a bit.
How old were you when you guys moved to Rewa? Like teenagers?
No.
I was still quite young.
I reckon I would have been about 7. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Still very young then.
Yeah.
And you still like going to the city?
Yeah, I still like going to Auckland.
Yeah.
I just like going there with my mates.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? It's where it's like happening. You know?
Yeah.
It's busy.
That's right. And the other case is when I was about 15, what was it? I made a new life for myself at 15, like I was getting into a bit of trouble.
Oh, yeah. So 15 is when...
I got in a bit of trouble.
Oh.
And
everyone gets in trouble.
Yeah. And so I decided, I'll go somewhere else to stay. So so I ended up staying. Mum found it hard to handle me because I was always in trouble, always getting
like a bunch of kids too. No? Yeah, it would have been quite a handful.
Yeah, and Mum's dad wasn't around. Mind you, I was very close to my dad.
Yeah,
I'd spend a lot of time with him. When I was, I guess things happened when Dad died.
Yeah,
passed away. Because I I spent a lot of time with him because he has a problem with his health.
Yeah.
And I used to always massage his feet, his legs, Samoan way sort of thing, for 4.
Yeah.
They call it massaging for 4. And I spent hours here.
Yeah.
And if I'm watching TV and I hear this,
you know.
I know because there's rooms there with TV, the recital room. And I know sometimes I get off my favourite TV program, I wouldn't care. I'll just go and spend time with him and just massage his head and his vai.
Oh, that's nice.
And for 4, they call it.
Mm.
And I still do that today. I massage my wife.
Mm.
She has problems. It's a sort of an island thing, you know.
Yeah.
You get the circulation
like
going.
Circulation,
yeah.
Yeah, it helps, yeah.
Yeah. I could be a massager if I wanted to, but I just do it for my family and my wife.
Benefit your family,
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
But, I mean, that's how much I was so close to my dad because I remember him going on the bike and I used to run alongside him.
Yeah.
And to Bellwood Park, you know, the bus stop, and people pick
the
him
one
up.
down the hill?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Allen Street.
Yeah.
Then I'd run alongside him with the bike and then he goes to Freezing Works because we worked. And then I just ride the bike back. So
yeah?
Ride the bike
How
back.
far away was it?
Oh, it's from Allen Street down to the Great South Road.
Oh, yeah, it's a bit of distance.
Yeah, for a little guy it is, but I did it, you know, every morning I'd run down alongside him while he's riding the bike.
Yeah, that's cool, Uncle. And what do you, like, catch a bus or, like, the place was there?
No, he catches the bus to go to the Freezing Works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I go and wait for him at the end of the day because I know when the bus comes and you give me 10 cents and I'll buy a picnic. It's my favourite bus.
10 cents would have been quite a lot back then.
Yeah, those
probably
days,
like $10.
That's right, $10.
Yeah, for a young one.
I had a
How old were you when, like, roughly? Or before he passed? Anyway.
Oh, I'd say it'd be about, I can't think of it, but about.
You would have moved when you were around 7.
Yeah. I reckon I'd be about, I was in primary school, so I would be about 8, 9.
8, 9?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
But I used to get bored quite a bit, so what I do is the bush up the road, East School.
Yeah.
They got these big pine trees.
Just to climb them.
I used to climb. First I started on the house, climbing on the house. I had a habit of going in the house and just looking around people's yards. I guess I got that thing off a cousin of mine. We used to go in the city and we used to try and climb the buildings like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I used to climb up the trees up in East School, and they were pretty tall trees. One time I almost lost it. I grabbed a branch.
It snapped.
It snapped.
Yeah. But
and
did
I
it
just
still hang on?
No, it snapped, but I grabbed the other one.
Oh, just
as I slid down, I just grabbed the other one like that. Otherwise, I would have been gone. I was virtually near the top of the tree, real tall pine tree. I'd say, yeah. And that was when I was young. As I got older, I still wanted to climb the tree. And that was when I was about, I think I was about 20.
Yeah.
20. I just had this thing.
Still had this ambition.
Yeah, but this time I carried a flag, a protest flag.
Did you?
With my hammer and my saw. And then I went up there and I got up top.
Which tree?
The tree right on the Alfriston Road on the corner of East Road. It's East School.
Like across the road from the school?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a bush here, the paddock. We used to go and play. And that tree was still there, so I'm going to climb that. And I'm older.
Yeah.
I'd say...
Did you have like a political agenda back then? Or was it just a...
Yeah, it was sort of thing. It was like a protest thing.
What were you protesting?
I said, Samoa first or something. That's rated on. And I looked down and there people were slowing down their cars thinking, who's this guy? What's this guy doing? White flag. I was working at Sanitarium at the time.
Oh. Yeah. That's still around too.
Yeah, still around because I was involved in the church at the time. And, had good fun.
Yeah.
I just like doing things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm similar, like in that regard. But I want to hear about like Grandpa, because you guys got valuable information and insight. Because all we got is photos. We got like only a handful of photos, no videos. We don't know what he sounds like, how he acts, or what he even really looks like. Apart from the photos,
the photos, seen the photos.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Aaron reminds me of.
He is like Aaron. Everyone says that.
Like look, was it?
Aaron's just like him.
Yeah.
And I'm like Mum, but Aaron's right
like
depiction,
splitting
what you
image.
said, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so even my his kids, one of them looks like him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And get that face, and I look like Mum.
Oh really?
That's a face.
The pretty one.
Well, she's fairer than me. I'm darker. John's a bit fairer than me too, I suppose. Celie. The black sheep.
Yeah. So, like any other, like stories or any, like things you could share about, like your dad?
Yeah.
Was he like far Samoa way where he'll be like your discipline?
Yeah, he was disciplined in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. As soon as he went, I changed. Mum was a bit soft, I suppose. I felt for John because John had a lot of responsibilities on his head.
Yeah.
And I guess I didn't help it sometimes. Yeah. But he did what he could. He had a lot of pressures with university. And he did quite well, actually. We used to go during the holidays. I remember when Dad was alive. We used to go to the freezing works in the holidays.
Like inside? Yeah. Or just like around the...
Yeah, we used to work. Yeah. We were cutting the cutting line, just get a knife and the offal. Stand here.
They call that slave labour nowadays.
Yeah. Me and my favourite mates, Māori fella and a Pākehā fella. Yeah. We said, hey, bro, let's go up top of the thing. What's up there? Are they killing the pigs? So we like watching the pigs getting killed.
Yeah. Oh, of course, if you're like
it's not very nice, but...
No, but I could see like how exciting it would be with young boys. Even now I probably want to.
Yeah.
Just curiosity. Yeah.
That's right. And and then I decided, well, I'm just going to make a new life. My mum said, why don't you come to church? And I said, oh, okay, what church is that? Because we were Methodist in the early days. And so I was 15, and then we went to from the people down the road were 7-day Adventists. We were in the Methodist church. And then we called them Auntie Loy and the Turu family, but they invited us to go to Ponsonby. And that's where Mum and me got baptised on the same day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, by, I couldn't believe this. This is in Ponsonby, the same place. I thought, this is the old place we live in. And I couldn't believe that this white man, Australian guy, a Palangi, was speaking fluent Samoan.
Oh, yeah? Really?
It just blew me away, eh?
Yeah, what? Wow.
I said,
this is back in Auckland.
Yeah. Auckland, yeah. And Mum got baptised, and I got baptised. I think Mum just got baptised.
7-day?
Yeah, 7-day, yeah. McKelvey Street in Ponsonby.
And ever since then, it's just been 7-day.
7-day. But I went for the stage where I went off the tracks a little bit. And
went to explore.
Yeah, explore. Hitchhiking, did a lot of hitchhiking. Raymond was my younger brother. Yeah. He hitchhiked too as well. He liked hitchhiking. And I'll be gone. And this is your mother will say, that'll be right. He's gone. I don't know where he's gone.
Yeah, that'll be right, eh?
Yeah, gone somewhere else. And that was a time when I was just getting off the. I was on the drugs at the time. Drug scene came on. The hippie stuff. I wasn't hippie. I was too young, but I wasn't into that kind of stuff. But there's a friend of mine went on my first job. He said, "Mate, you want to try the stuff?" They used to call me Ollie.
No, of course.
Nickname again. My first
Ollie.
job.
Got some green stuff.
He said, "No more than that." He said, "Green." Was it green?
Was it the acid stuff?
It was the acid stuff, mate. And I said, "No, I've heard a lot about that because my mum said don't touch drugs, and I won't touch it." He said, "Mate, you will one day," and he just kept,
keep going
for about 3-4 months.
Yeah,
and then I must have had a day where I just didn't
fed up.
I fed up and I something different, and then he has to come along.
Like,
he says, "Come on." And here's the trucker. He says, "Come on, I'm never going." He says, "Try this, Ollie. Try this." Hey, look. Yeah. And he says, "What's that? What is it?" He said, "It's a tab."
Yeah.
Tab? What can that do?
Yeah, what's?
Yeah, I'd rather
a piece of paper or something.
Little round thing. And I said, "All right. How much was that?" And he says, "Oh, don't worry, just try it."
All right.
And so what happened is I had a friend, a Samoan friend.
Yeah.
And he came and picked me up in his Volkswagen.
Yeah.
and so I told him I got some little tab here.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went to Grafton on the bus, and I put in my mouth, and I thought, nothing's happening, eh?
Yeah.
Within about 5 minutes, eh? I was just
5 minutes. What was that episode like?
Mate. I said, "What's going on here?" This is psychic. I was looking at my mate, and I thought, far out, his facial things are just the skin's unveiled.
Really?
And we got to Grafton Bridge.
Yeah. Oh, the Grafton Bridge.
Got off the bus,
there.
went to K Road, and then I had it because I don't know what happened, but I think it was a bad trip.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I went across the road and then was sitting there, and he said, "You know what? After I had the trip," he said, "we sat there for about 4 hours.
4 hours.
And you were just, 4 hours. And this guy's got dreadlocks. He's like Bob Marley, but he never touched drugs.
Oh,
you can't judge a book by its cover. Andrew,
true.
If Andrews were listening, Andrew is Scanlon. His father was a boxer. Someone go, well built, eh? And he didn't believe in drugs, but he was a good friend of mine.
They had the dread stuff, eh?
And, I never forget him because, he was a good boy, brought up in the Mormon church, and he wore these army sort of top here.
Like
I remember
fatigues.
wearing, yeah. And when I was sitting there, he said to me, "I don't know, we've been sitting about 3 or 4 hours."
Did it feel like that to you?
Yeah. Well, it seemed like it was...
like a couple of minutes or something?
Yeah, it seemed like. But the thing is, what I remember him by most is that, how you got the bridge going over, you got the cemetery?
Yeah, I was thinking about that cemetery, yeah.
And
in the corner.
I sat there, and then people, when the bus comes along, people looking at me, and all these, because it's all imagination, eh? All these people's faces growling at me, and just,
like,
real,
really,
and they look terrible on their faces, it's all psychedelic.
Yeah.
It's all, and then I got spinned out, eh? I wasn't feeling too good. So I started going towards around the bridge. Yeah. And
on the bridge, or
on the top of the bridge, on with the bar where the fence is.
Yeah, because it's like that now.
Yeah, and I was trying to climb over it. My friend Scannon actually was pulling me down because I was spinning out because I was freaked out because I didn't realise that I was sitting there for about 4 hours, and I was watching all the bus go past, and people's faces were changing. And
that's what it looked like.
Yeah, it's just like man, it was freaky.
Sounds freaky.
Oh, it was, eh? And I was just spinning out.
What about before that, though? Like when you're on the bus, what was it like? Was it just like a trip?
Well, we got on the bus, but then I'd come down then.
Oh, okay. So
I was sort of gone normal.
So you thought you were normal, and then you got out the bus.
Because I took it on the way. on the way there.
Mm.
And but then that's when the trip eventuated, and then by the time I got on the bus, it's sort of gone down.
Yeah.
And the effect wasn't so thing, but otherwise, all I saw across the road is my family was saying goodbye.
Oh, yeah.
And you wouldn't believe it. This is what it was, because, cause I've been brought up in the spiritual way in the home, in the church. They said, I'm going to hell.
Oh, because...
Yeah.
And then the cemetery doesn't help too.
Yeah, the cemetery doesn't help. And I was sitting there, and my mate said, you're just freaking out. You're just looking like that. And I see people going, all my family were across the road in that park at K Road. Is that park?
The beginning of K Road.
And guess what? All my family was saying, oh, you're going to go to hell.
Yeah.
It's a lie, but I mean, it's all.
Yeah, but it's your mind.
My mind.
Yeah, playing tricks on you.
And then I looked at the ground, and it was like it was opening up, red hot.
Oh.
And it just freaked me out. When I sat there, the people in the bus would look at me, and they looked like monsters.
Yeah.
So the only thing I could think of is to go around that corner and end my life.
Just to end the whole nightmare. Right?
Nightmare. But just as well, my friend was there. He didn't take drugs. He was my good friend. And all I remember is I was climbing up, but they didn't have the barbed wire then. And all I remember is climbing up, and he was pulling me. He was strong, pulling me down.
How'd you down?
And I was trying to get up. And then finally I gave up and said, it's futile.
Yeah.
And then
probably came down from there.
Then I came down there, and within another hour or so, and I just sort of just relaxed a bit, and I just felt back to, it just seemed like he said that we've been here for hours.
Yeah. Or say 3 or 4 hours sitting down and then probably another hour.
And watching all the people in the bus stop, watching me, looking at me, and then family saying goodbye, you're going to hell, and it looks like the ground was going red, and I was really seriously thinking of contemplating to get rid of my life. And
wow.
So I'm glad I was with my friend.
Made you go that far. Oh, yeah. Because I know some people, they have different people, different times. They can have different, it depends really. You can have different kind of trips.
Yeah.
Some people have positive ones,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, that was my third one, but the first one.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I should say this. The first one, no, not the first one. The second one wasn't too bad because I went with my Samoan friend and went to.
What was that like?
That was a good one because I went to the Battle of the Bands.
Oh, so music was going.
Yeah, up in Pitt Street, and they had
Pitt Street. Yeah.
They had that thing in the. I felt the music and it felt good, and I lay down the floor and this other Sheila's going, trying to finger the bowls and taking notice of it. I was spinning out.
Yeah,
I was lying down looking at the ceiling, and then I came out, and then there was a bit of violence at the outside there with the King Robbers, and I can always remember this. King Robbers were having a bit of a scuffle outside the
Battle of the Bands.
Battle of the Bands, yeah, Battle of the Bands. That's
right. Yeah.
And one of them were my cousins, Sialangi. He was involved.
Oh, okay.
Sialangi Salamora, and so.
But that was a good trip.
That wasn't a bad trip.
Was it?
Because I
wasn't psychedelic. It was just more like a feeling.
A feeling and a bit of psychedelic.
So it was a little bit psychedelic.
Yeah. And this girl was trying to hook onto me, but I wasn't interested in her. I was just interested in just having a good time. And then I just saw that bit of violence, and but I don't know, things change down the track.
Yeah, these are your experiences, It builds your journey, really.
Yeah.
Gives it character.
Yeah. I had it. Then eventually, years went by as I got a bit older, and I had a dream.
Oh yeah, Malcolm X.
No, it was about Jesus. It was about Jesus, and I woke up and I said to my wife, I had a bad dream, and she said, "What was that about?" It's about Jesus.
What was it like? What was that?
I just
like meeting.
Yeah, I just felt like I saw him, and I just felt freaked out. Because Jesus was coming in the sky, and
was it vivid?
Yeah, it was, and I wasn't ready. You know, I wasn't ready.
You never are. Huh?
Yeah, I was doing my own thing, drugs and all that, and that changed my whole spectrum to things. Because I know Mum was going to church, and then things changed.
Just good timing, eh?
Yeah. Good timing, right?
Did you used to drink much? Or not so much drinking?
I wasn't a drinker, really, to be honest.
Social?
I drink it now and then, but wasn't a thing that I drank like people I knew.
Yeah.
But the drug scene was just for a moment of time, and after that, I just got out of it. And yeah.
Good for you, Uncle.
And then I come to when I was working at Samuel Park, I wanted to explore and do something different. Growing up, and I ended up working for Ford.
Oh, I think I remember this. Yeah.
And by then, I'd given up the drugs, but I think I still smoked. And I was on the line, and I think Mum was there, and your mum was there.
Like working?
Yeah, they're working there.
Really?
Yeah. The trouble is, I used to talk a lot. I used to be a real talker one time, and I spent more time talking to the mates on the thing. And
then
I'm trying, and then the boss will say, "Come on, hey Ollie, what's going on? You're getting behind." Because I was supposed to put the bumpers on.
Fly out of here.
So I just get behind, and I'd be running up, and all the guys are laughing. "Oh, look, you're behind!" Trying to, because they were mostly older people, and I like talking to my younger mates on the other side.
Yeah.
And then, "Hey, look, you're getting behind. Get over here!" So I found a new thing later, because you know what they did to me? They said, "Oh, we're going to put you in a place where you can't talk to anyone."
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to have it. Oh, they said, "What's the guy? He never stops talking."
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Eh? So I came into the shop, and they're all old guys. I mean, not old. But not
older than you.
Yeah. And you know what? You get it. It was such a boring place to be.
Yeah. What were you doing?
Oh, because you put your muffs on, and you got to.
Oh, because you got that on.
Yeah, and
can't hear anyone.
You got the thing to stop the. And so what happens? They got these bolts that they get shave them off. Oh, it's so boring. And I said, "Oh, they probably did the right thing, so I better get it going." So I was looking at the paper, and I've had enough of working for Ford.
Yeah.
And salesman.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I said, I think I'd probably suit that.
Well, you saw it advertised?
Advertised in the paper, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
And I said, I'll try it, give it a go.
Did Ford pay, like...
No, not
money?
at Ford. Not at Ford. This is for insurance company.
No, but I'm saying, was it good money back then from Ford? Do you remember?
I can't remember. All I remember is, it would be about, I think in those days, about $5 an hour, something like that. Or maybe less.
I wonder what that's like now, the equivalent.
Yeah.
What, is this like 60s? 70s?
Gee, I can't remember now. When you think about it.
Say if it was 70s, yeah, it would be.
It wasn't a lot of money. Like for a week, with my job, I was getting about $28 a week.
$28?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh.
So you see the big difference, eh? So I thought I'd do insurance. And I did the training.
Yeah.
And
that's good. It would have taught you some things.
It taught me to be more, well, I think somebody said to me at work, says, "You're in the wrong job. You got a big, you talk a lot. You better get another job where you can do something else."
Yeah. So selling things.
Selling stuff. Oh, I might be the right thing for that, but training and what we did, assurance and agents. We do combined insurance as a place I was working for, and so I did insurance, gave it a go, and we did insurance for the farmers up north. Went out to up north in New Zealand, and the boss was a Māori fella.
Yeah.
Then we do insurance for farmers, and then we came to a factory. When the first time I came to a factory, they actually, because I was kind of nervous,
Yeah.
My first time I did it, and but I knew I've got the knack for talking, but I was just nervous, and I was being trained. I was backtracking now, sorry.
No, that's good.
And he was training me. And this fellow said, "Your turn." I believe this will interest you also. This is
like
the opening,
like a script.
The opening script. It's the old script from what they had. And there's ladies in the canteen, and they said, and I thought he was going to do it. He said, "Go on, Ollie. It's yours."
And you're looking at it.
And I was going, and I was
so
going,
you just freestyle.
Oh, I just kind of, this is just, listen, I'm just going to go to the toilet. Okay, you go for it. Quite the big fast, It wasn't really. I thought he was going to do it and sort of train.
Show you how to do it, eh?
We trained it at the office, but boy, it's not the same when you come to an environment where I've never really done it. Like that. Probably in the home is different. But I got good at it.
Yeah.
And
practice.
Yeah, and then I started getting into sales. Bricklad, if anyone knows about it, the worst stuff they ever had. It was in those days. It was okay.
But you still sold it, eh?
Oh, well, we didn't know at the time, but now
looking back,
back there cladding on those houses are so fake. See, I got into insurance and I did other things, and then I was at a flat at one time with my girlfriend, my wife Lynn, and
girlfriend back then, eh?
Yeah, girlfriend then, and I was smoking and all that, and a bit of a hooch, and not beer so much, but anyway, what happened is I had a bad dream, eh?
With Jesus?
Well, what's happened is, prior to me saying that, these people came to my door.
Oh,
two people, a young lady, and an older fellow. He was German Samoan. I think,
he might know how to say your name.
Yeah, he does know. It's Emil Robeck. Anyway, I think it's Ray. Ray came in. A guy called Ray came in, and they gave me a book. And even though, and the book was called, when they said that on the Seventh-day Adventist Church, I said, I was baptized in the church.
Oh, yeah.
But because I didn't know they had that part where they sell books. I didn't know about that part.
Yeah.
And then
you were already doing the
selling?
selling?
Then I left the church, so I lost track of what they did. I wasn't there long enough. And they gave me this. They gave me this book called. They talk about health. Alan G. White and that. They wrote a lot of books, and then they showed me a book called The Great Desire of Ages, written by her. It's the most prolific book ever written of Jesus' life.
Oh, really?
She wrote it in 1844. And I didn't know about all that stuff, but my head was spinning somewhere else. I was saying, okay. And it says, because I knew that they went to the church I used to go to, and but I wasn't there long. Yeah. It's only a thing. It was
more like an obligation.
Yeah, it wasn't long. It wasn't long enough either.
And plus, it probably wasn't like your heart wasn't fully into it.
No, I didn't really know much about what they believe, really. Because I just and they gave me
people do.
They gave me this book, and Marcia, she's a Māori lady girl, kaupora, a literature evangelist, they call them, and she says, read this book. I said, okay, what's it called? It's from A Great Controversy by Alan G. White.
Oh.
Yes, and Desire of Ages, sorry. It's two good books, and So what happened is that previous night, I had a bad dream, a really bad dream. And the dream was that I was, on the wrong tracks, and I was going to go to hell and, all this sort of things.
Like similar to your trip.
Yeah. And, that's right, similar to the trip. And I thought, man, I realised. And then all I remember is my mum saying in the dream, just read this book.
Oh.
And guess what the book was?
Is that the same one?
Book. And I was freaked out. I said, that's the same book.
Because, maybe subconsciously it was in there in your mind.
It sat there and I didn't read it. I said to God, read it. I lied, eh? And then I thought, I'm going to read it.
Yeah, you probably thought, and plus, because your mom, grandma, she's already part of that, she's already into that religion.
Yeah.
And maybe subconsciously it told you, there's a
Desire of Ages and I read and I couldn't put it down, and I didn't know much.
Did you read it straight away when you got up?
Yeah. Because Mum was saying in the dream, and I thought, I got to read this. And Lynn said, what's wrong for you? Because she came out of the shop, I'm reading it, and you've been here for hours reading that book. And, you'd be reading my, comics or some other books or other naughty books.
You just
and I just couldn't put it down. Changed my whole life.
Oh, from that point.
From that point. And then I said, Lynn, Mum always prays, so I'm going to pray.
Yeah. And
then I want to know more about what these people do. And I was a salesman for Talima. Remember Uncle Talima? He's sick. He's not well. He's
tea,
yeah.
Oh yeah. I was doing the cladding.
I was doing the cladding for him. I was a salesman. I was ripping people off.
That's just part of business.
But anyway, hey, I sort of I was doing cladding around Mount Eden Park. That's because we're up in Kingsland. We can see the Mount Eden, and so I was walking along in my doing my cladding, selling the business, selling for the people. And across the road, there's this guy walking with a blue blazer. He had you couldn't miss it. Tall guy, about my height, 6'3" or whatever. And I said, you're the same people that came to my door because they wore the same coloured.
Oh yeah, because the night before.
Yeah, or the week. Yeah,
a week or so.
The night before. That's right. Yeah, and they and he says, they came to my house. Yeah, he introduced me as Emil Robeck. He's half Samoan, tall guy, eh? And he told me, and he encouraged me more that this is the work for you, son. He goes, this is the work for you, son. You should do this work. That's what God's calling you.
That was his script, eh?
Yeah. And ever since then, I wanted to find out more about it. And I did the literature ministry for over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
And I've seen people baptized in that time. And it's wonderful.
That's your journey, eh?
Yeah.
It's cool, Uncle.
Yeah. So that's how it happened.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool because Grandma's still very involved.
Yeah. And so every time I meet someone, and I have met a lot of people who have turned to the Lord because of my...
Yeah, what do you say? What do you say to people that probably don't have the same experiences as you, or who have read their book?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you tell them?
Well, I've had people in the past who read the book who have actually been baptized because of the book.
Oh, because of that book.
Because me sharing the book with people.
Yeah.
So I've seen a few people who have been baptized, and I haven't seen people who have been baptized that wouldn't have known. You just don't know. And the only time you're going to find out is when when Jesus comes and says, listen, because of that book, these people are here,
So you would encourage people to read that book?
Read the book.
And what's the book called again?
Desire of Ages.
Desire of Ages?
Ages, yeah. Ellen G. White. It's the most, and the great controversy, she's one of the most prolific writers in all time.
Mm.
And she had low-grade education.
Mm.
And no one knows, a lot of people don't know her, but a lot of people do. She's the reasoning why we have the literature ministry. And fantastic books that were revelations from God. But but it's not. She knows she puts God first, of course, because she's only the prophet.
Mm.
Yeah. That's where the sanitarium comes through for all that, all our health books and that today. And I had a little break from the corporate work, and now I've gone back to it. So I do a bit of part time now. I did it for a while, but
you just help spreading the word and just involved with all that.
Yeah, the amazing books, The Great Controversy, and what's happening is happening too.
Oh,
exactly what's
explain, Uncle. Here we go.
It's happening. Yeah.
What would you say? Like, what do you see that's happening?
Well, we can see that
kind of just the behavior of people.
We can see that governments are coming together, like
conspiring.
Yeah, there's there's a power that's going to take over the world, which is the Vatican Church.
Oh,
and they used to be in power in the Dark Ages, and they'll be in power, but only for a short time.
Yeah,
the Bible says that, only for a short time. Look at Revelation.
Yeah, because it's interesting, like the whole Vatican thing. I've been there.
Yeah.
Its own little country within a country,
Well, the greatest book you want to ever read that she wrote, Great Controversy, and the one that Rome hates is a Great Controversy.
Is that what the book's called? The one that Rome hates?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've got one here for you.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I love reading.
You read that one. That's the one I read, and I couldn't put it down, and I was on drugs then.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was on my drugs, and it just spun me out. Said, wow.
And you kind of put the dots together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, people, her writings, she's a person that didn't have much education.
Yeah, low-grade education.
But God can use the ones that don't have any education. Yeah. Doesn't matter who it is.
I mean, what is education, really?
Yeah. And yet she wrote this book, and people say, how does she? I mean, the one depiction of Christ is one of the best books, is Desire of Ages. That's the one that got me. And then I wanted to know, what's his other book? That looks like a heavy book, The Great Controversy.
Yeah.
And a lot of ministers and even other churches have used her writings.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And if you read The Great Controversy, it gives you
like an insight
of what's going to happen before it happens.
Can you give us a quick overview?
Well, at the moment,
like you mentioned the Vatican and take over for a short time.
There's a lot of good people in the Catholic Church. There's no doubt about that. I know that. And I've got Catholic friends. And but it's the system I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Not the people.
It's not the people, it's the system.
Yeah. Love the system. Love the people, not the system. As far as there's only one person that can forgive sins, and that's only Jesus. Not the priest.
Oh. Deep.
It's very deep.
Yeah.
Very deep. But I've seen people in our church who have been baptized when they find out that book, what it's done for them. And it's good news when you hear that.
Yeah.
And it's great news because we've got an insight of what's going to happen. But we're not to be afraid. People are going to think of the Dark Ages when Christians were persecuted. But, we're not to be afraid. Because there's a lot of good people in the Catholic Church. There's no doubt about that. It's only out of ignorance they don't know. and because I've had Catholic friends.
Yeah.
And I know they're wonderful people.
It's a system.
It's a system that they're playing out, and that's why you have all these lockdowns and all these things happening now.
Stems from
Control. It's going to happen. Ellen White, actually, in the books, have you read them? She's already said that when she wrote the books in 1844. It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
What's happening now is in those books, and you
described.
How could someone know that
in
1844? She had she was the most prolific woman writer in the world. No low grade education. God never uses anyone with a high mind education. He can use a person that's humble and a person that's not very educated. That's how God works. And that's how she's worked. And that's why we have in the Adventist system, we have hospitals, because he talks about health. And we have the sanitarium, health food company, plays a big part in our health. And that's why health is a very important part to be a mum. And that's why myself, I don't eat meat myself and any other things. But there's nothing wrong with meat, but sometimes it can be a problem. It depends how much you eat or whatever. But there's other alternatives to meat as well, which we have. Yeah, not meat. Yeah, but in dreams, just realizing that Jesus is going to come soon. Because you can see the return. You can see what's happening with the world, and the government's enforcing laws.
Yeah.
And that tells you something, that something's going to happen.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like, especially with the whole, like the financial side of things. I think that's going to be the snapping point.
The finance is always ruled over by the Rothschilds. They own everything. They own the banks.
Allegedly, yeah.
And they really get the Rome is a real owner. They're the real owners. And but I'm just telling it the way it is.
Yeah.
Because that's what I tell people when I go to doors.
Go to where?
When I go to doors.
Oh, yeah.
I says, don't be discouraged. God's got a lot of people in the Catholic Church He loves to. There was Luther. Luther, he was one of the main men in the Catholic Church. He didn't agree with what they believed. He fought against it. And
what sort of things, like what sort of ideas would you say, Uncle? That he fought, like Luther person fought against?
Yeah, because there's a place called hell. It's like this. It's a thing where there's no such place.
It's more like a metaphor.
It's no such place as where you burn for ever and ever. Can you imagine anyone wanting to know about God that delights in people burning forever and ever? Could you imagine how you would think?
Oh, like what? Like what? Like a person would have to go through to even conjure up the thoughts.
Yeah, literally burning forever, and that's what the some churches believe. At the main churches,
the 7 day believe in that?
No, we don't believe that.
See, this is good. I need to know like the difference.
Yeah, we don't, because that is absolute lie. It's really fear.
It's fear-mongering.
It's fear-mongering. It's I would hate a God like that.
That's a strong word.
I would hate a God like that. Well, if it was true, but I know it's not true. Because I read the Bible, and all I know is God is love. God is love.
It doesn't mention anything about hell in the Bible?
There is it does say hell and Hades, but there will be a time when Jesus has to make, the world would have to, people would there'll be end of humanity, and there'll be a new earth, a new world.
Oh, like
yeah, but not burning forever and ever.
Yeah,
you die and that's it.
It almost doesn't really make sense, does it?
Yeah,
it's almost like a, what do you call it? Like a rebirth, or like a
And you can understand why people would, when they hear that people go to hell and all that, where they burn forever and ever, that'll put a bad thing on God, wouldn't it? They think, oh, what kind of God is that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What kind of God's that?
The Creator.
Yeah. To watch, how would you like your children burning?
Yeah, if you're the Creator
of
God of all gods.
Yeah, you can do anything. You can say, well, you don't have to do that. You die, you die.
Which a lot of people argue.
But there will be a second resurrection.
A second resurrection.
Yes.
So we had the first resurrection.
Which is Jesus.
Which is the Easter.
Yep. And there's a second resurrection when Jesus raises everyone up, and then this might be, like
that's what they refer to as like the second coming. Is that right?
Yeah, second coming. And if you read the book Great Controversy, Desire of Ages, anyone out there, I tell you what, it'll answer a lot of your questions. Written by,
might have to read this.
Yeah. And this lady, Ellen G. White, had low grade education, but God doesn't always use educated. Most times he doesn't. He uses a humble, which she was, Ellen G. White. She wrote more books on health than anyone else.
Oh, really?
That's why we have the sanitarium health food companies. We have the sanitarium hospitals around the world. We do a lot of things more like just natural ways, without medicines. Medicines we could have sometimes, but just in natural ways.
Therapy.
Therapy. She wrote books. She wrote all those books about health, and a lot of hospitals around the world. We've had hospitals down in Loma Linda and over in America. We got hospitals where people get cured by cancer.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and so there's a lot of things that the writings that she's had that's had a bit of
stems
input.
From her work.
Input,
or her influence.
Yeah. And that was my influence because I wasn't really a real big meat eater. I used to hate meat.
Like really?
Yeah.
Growing up?
Yeah.
Even KFC?
Okay, well, chicken wasn't
KFC
so bad.
was a bit.
Chicken wasn't so bad, but for the meat itself,
yeah.
My uncle says, "What's wrong with you? You're mate. That means you're not well because someone's usually like their meat."
Yeah.
And I said, "No, I don't like it." And as soon as I just eat my vegetables. And then when we got involved in the Adventist church, Seventh-day Adventist church, they had nut meat, and I loved it.
So that was like another benefit.
Alternative, yeah. And so even today, as you see, I like my greens. Hey, I just like greens, green lettuce and whatever.
They always say eat your greens.
Yeah, and I do Ellen G. White has a lot on health. She spends a lot of time on health, on walking.
What about like fasting?
Fasting's good.
Fasting.
I do fast. The longest fast I've had is about 4 days.
4 days?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's not very long.
4 hours is a fast, when you do a 4-day fast, that's just food or like fluid as well?
No, actually, I've had one longer than that. That was only once, and I found it hard. That's right. That's probably because this one was a longer one.
Yeah.
And but I think it's about just on 8 days.
Oh.
It was a while back. And
like no eating, but you can drink?
Drink water.
Yeah. Drink. You have to, I think.
But
otherwise you might die.
4 one's okay, or even a 2,
2?
Yeah. Well, I found out with her writings, because if you see my old photos, I was quite a big, not like Willie sort of, but he's taller than me. I was pretty big. And
you might have been taller back then too.
Yeah, I was, but I was I just went back towards the diet that she had because I left the church at one time.
Mm.
I left the church at one time. So here's a time where I left the church for about 10, 15 years.
Oh, that long?
Yeah, and then I came back.
Mm.
And then...
with a different perspective too.
Yeah, because I've actually realised, no, this is a better way. And you probably remember how big I was, but I was...
Yeah, I remember old photos.
Yeah, but now I look at...
with the mustache?
Yeah, with the mustache. Yeah,
sunglasses.
I feel much better now. So I go door to door and share that like I used to before.
Mm.
And you'd be amazed how many people just thank you for that.
Oh, that's nice.
You know, thank you for that you didn't have to, you can actually prevent cancer just by food.
I'm sure there's
well, pharmaceutical companies,
especially with foods nowadays,
it's a money maker. They're not going to say, "Oh no, listen." They won't tell people about vegetables or other things.
Yeah,
because it's $1 billion business.
Probably trillion.
Probably.
Yeah.
And all you have to tell your patients.
You don't know of. Because you got to remember, all these multi-billion-dollar companies, they could be all under the one umbrella or under the one shadow umbrella. You know.
I don't want to say too much, but that'd be right. I won't say anymore.
We're onto something. Mm.
But there's some good people out there that probably don't, without realising.
Yeah, like you said, this is a system.
They mean well to help, but like you said, it's a system. It's a money thing.
Mm.
Because if they're going to find some solution where you can just drink water and get better, they're going to miss out.
Yeah.
They're going to miss out. They're making trillions of dollars.
Mm. Yeah, that is one compelling theory.
Yep.
Yep.
But all I know is the best way for healing is for Jesus. Jesus say prayer.
That's in the soul, is it?
Yep, prayer. Just pray. Just like talking to a friend.
Mm.
And that's what I do. And my mum do. I actually I've been influenced by mum a lot. That's why I have a lot of love for my mum.
Mm. Yeah. Like people don't know, but even I pray in my own ways,
I'm just starting to cry at the moment because
that's like
she played a big part in me. She prayed for me, and
she helped a lot.
Yeah, because I was a black sheep of the family, and John was.
So you thought?
Well, John was really leading out. My
he was the oldest.
He was a good brother.
Mm. Still, huh?
Yeah, he still is. He's, I know he found it hard because I'm he's doing all he can, and here's me,
resisting.
And his mum's paying for the fines, and and because
you're just trying to find your way, really.
Well, I got in trouble in Auckland one time, and he came all the way from Manadua.
Yeah,
which bail me out.
Would be different back then too, because nowadays they have the motorway.
Yeah,
but back then probably like main roads.
Yeah.
Yeah. How old were you back then?
When I was
when he came.
When he came to
bail you out.
I was about 16.
Oh, 16. Oh, yeah. So, still young.
But then he had to go all the way back to Matarua and the next day. But no, he's a patient man, my brother, very humble.
Yeah, quietly humble.
My sister, which is your mum.
Mm.
And so I really appreciate the prayers of mums.
Mm.
And
every day.
Yeah. Pray for everyone every day. My prayer list is pretty long, but I don't mind.
That's what you mean by you got your prayer influence from grandma.
Yeah.
She's got the list.
Yeah. I memorize
it's growing too.
I memorize my names.
Mm.
I know my names. If I have a new one, I'd still just
work it in.
Yeah. So I pray for my old friends from my old job.
Yeah. That's nice.
Of course, now as you know, I've been a literature evangelist for a while, and but at times I've left and gone to other jobs.
Mm.
And I gave this fellow, he's a guy who's having a lot of problems, called Desire of Ages.
Mm.
I didn't realise till later. I saw him saw him come to church because of that book.
Oh,
Yeah. So I don't know how many books and people would have come to know Jesus, but just sowing the seed.
It's in their own journey, I suppose.
Yeah. Because you can see the times are happening. That it's strange times we're in now.
Oh yeah, very strange.
It tells you that Christ is coming soon.
It's getting closer.
But when you think about it, if you read her books, because I'm amazed about the universe, eh? I read one of her books, and you know what she says in there?
Oh, what?
She says that, you know how angels travel at fast speeds?
Ooh.
Fast speeds? And I'm thinking, she says,
Wi-Fi.
You know how fast they travel? At the speed of thought.
Oh, speed of thought.
You can think of it and you're there.
Yeah.
So, because when Jesus comes, then what happened is we got two homes. We have one home, one mansion made of gold, probably, one mansion in heaven, and one mansion on earth. We got two homes. So we can fly at the speed of thought, or we can take our time. Whatever, you got for eternity. So you don't have to rush, but if you wish, a lot of the angels fly at the speed of thought. So you ever heard of things like, I just fell over and something happened, or someone's in the right time to pick me up. You hear a lot of testimonies where things have happened. It's incredible.
Like just in the nick of time.
Yeah. It's just mind-boggling what God's got for us. You know, you've got two homes. We can fly infinity. We can forever and ever and ever.
Is that the teachings in the book, the two home things?
Yep.
Is that like something to come?
Well,
in the future.
That's in the if you look in Revelations, it talks about it. But Ellen G. White had a book called The Great Controversy. He has it in there, and Dissolve Ages. But we do have a home. We have two homes. We'll have a home, and that we have made of pure gold, and and we'll be building our own homes too, as we want to.
On Earth?
Yeah, on Earth. With two homes, one on Earth and one we can travel back and forwards. Even moments. Incredible.
And she predicted these things back in the 1800s.
1844.
In a way, it's kind of like already happening right now, you know?
Yeah.
With the technology.
Yeah. Well, she played a big part in the hospitals. Like we have the hospitals, we have the
sanitarium,
food and all that sort of thing. And that's why we have the style of eating is very important. You know,
the style of eating?
Yeah.
What do you mean by the style?
Not style, I mean the type of food we eat. Sorry.
The style.
Yeah. Yeah, the type of food we eat, you know.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Like meats or veggies.
Yeah. And
portions.
Yeah. But we are not to be afraid. What happens, because as long as we have a relationship with Jesus, it could be a Catholic, it could be anyone. A relationship with Jesus, you know, God loves everyone.
God is love.
He is love. God is God of love. It's a strange thing for God to destroy man, but unfortunately he has to. Yeah.
Why is that, do you reckon?
Because God is love.
So love is destroy?
Well, not so much that. It's it's a strange act for God, but sin can't carry on. But I mean, he loves everyone. But it is up to us to make a choice that we want to have him in our hearts, to rely on Jesus. He's our brother, older brother, and God our Father. It's a simple thing by saying, I want to be your son. Just a little thing like that. You don't have to pay money or anything for it. Just pray.
I'm just trying to wrap my head, Uncle. I hope you can explain it to me, because you did just mention, like, can you just explain, like, the relationship between God, Father, and
Son,
Jesus as the Son,
and the Holy Spirit.
and the Holy Spirit. And then Jesus to us is a God?
Yeah, Jesus is the Godhead, yeah. Part of the Godhead. Yeah. The Son, even though he's the Son.
Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to wrap my head around.
Heavenly Father. The Heavenly Father, God, Father, and Son, and Holy Spirit. Yeah.
So Heavenly Father is Jesus?
Yep, they're all part of the
Or is it more like one,
they're
in
one.
unison?
They're united as one, yeah. But they're separate identities. Amazing, eh? How it's like that.
Yeah, I'm just
Father,
trying to...
Son, Holy Spirit. Free. They're free. It's amazing. Separate identities, but they do the same thing, you know.
Yeah, so like the Holy Spirit, what is the Holy Spirit?
The Holy Spirit is the one that talks to you, the influence of the thoughts talks to you. There's still
more like energy, yeah.
There's still small voice. Yeah, still small voice. Energy as well, that's right.
Energy.
Has a lot of energy. Because, see, what happens is when we get to heaven, we're going to build our own mansions
out of gold.
We'll have one for earth. We have one on earth and one on heaven. So you can fly.
Like
take your time.
At the speed of thought.
Yeah. Or you can just take your time. Speed of thought.
What would be the...
That's pretty fast, speed of thought.
Yeah, it is.
That's what she says in her books.
What would be the... Like the need to live in heaven?
Oh, well, the need to there, because it's something much better than what we have on here, on this earth. There'll be no war. Just think of that.
Yeah, I wonder if it's possible that we won't have war here on earth, you know? Is it possible?
There's wars going now on earth already.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon.
It will come to an end soon.
Yeah. And so then if it ends, then there won't be any war here.
Well, it'll end when Jesus comes.
On earth.
He comes to the earth, but he never touches the ground. He never touches the ground. Some people think he does. There's going to be a false Jesus coming prior to Jesus.
Oh.
I have to tell you about that, eh?
Yeah. See, I don't know, Uncle, so you have to educate me.
There'll be a false Jesus that'll come before Christ comes, the real Christ comes.
To throw people off kind of thing.
Yes. And he'll be coming on the earth to heal, and it's not him.
Ah, like a proxy.
Yeah. So Satan's allowed to do that, and but the real Jesus will come, and that's this is going to be a false one that we come healing people. It is not. That's going through the church that we know it is in Europe anyway.
Yeah, Rome knows.
They know. They know that, but they Satan's very the old devil's very cunning. And
so when the second coming of Jesus, then certain events will happen around the world, which is kind of like a what do you call it? Like a replenish or kind of like cleanse, cleanse the world kind of thing.
But the false one will come first.
Yeah. And what will that do? Like the false one,
Well, if you don't know your word.
That kind of like draws people.
Yeah, read the Bible and it tells you.
Oh, yeah. So maybe obviously I haven't read the Bible.
In the book of Revelation.
So like the false Jesus or false prophet will come.
Well, that's Satan himself.
Yeah, but it kind of draws like the fake people out.
Yeah.
To pretend that they knew all along.
Yeah.
But really what they're talking about is...
Yeah, he'll be actually coming as Jesus.
Not true teachings.
He's not the true, and he'll be healing people. He'll be doing things, and people will either fall for it if they know their Bible. They would know that he's false. It's not really Jesus at all.
Yeah. the certain teachings is false.
Yeah, so giving you an
Prophet.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Jesus, when he comes, he doesn't touch the ground. He calls all the people on the earth who are in the grave and all the ones that, who are still alive to come forth. And then they makes their way. They make their way to heaven. Jesus is leading it. And so those graves they probably, I think the people who'd see them, the graves open, but then there's going to be many that are going to be still down in the earth to 1,000 years. There's 1,000 years where this is lit, where Jesus comes back after 1,000 years, and that's when the judgment is done, and the people that are in the graves left in the earth are still there. Yeah.
But the spirits get to enter the realm, or like heaven, or
what spirits are you talking about?
Oh no, like so dead bodies in the ground, and Jesus comes back after 1,000 years, and so
no, this is the first time that Jesus comes.
Yeah.
Sorry, should I get it right? Excuse me, I'm a bit of
that's all right.
Slow sometimes.
It's a lot. It's like a lot of information.
Well, so. When Jesus comes the first time,
or second time.
The second time, the first time, the ones that don't go to heaven are still in the grave.
Oh, they stay.
They stay, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because,
I was wondering.
Yeah. So this the second time when Jesus comes back, hang on. So what did I say?
The first time Jesus comes back, and
then they go to heaven.
Yeah, they go into heaven, but the ones that don't go into heaven, they stay.
They stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stay.
And then the second
time, because they stay, then they're resurrected in that time.
Oh, so then there's like the second bunch.
Yeah, the ones that didn't make
same thing again.
They weren't cut for going to heaven. So I know it's a hard thing to say, but I mean, they get resurrected, and then in the book Great Controversy, you'll see if you read that, if anyone's got it, we've been giving them many out. It tells you the whole story. What happens. Yeah. And so the ones that are still in the grave, they're resurrected only to see Jesus, and then of course to see what they missed out, I guess, and they probably, and then fire is just flames. They just finished, no more. I know it's sad in that way, but
I mean, if it's reality, it's reality, isn't it?
And so. And in heaven, you will have build your own mansions of gold. You'll have two places to live. You have a mansion, one in earth and one in heaven. And that's what Satan doesn't like people to hear. That so he wants to make it feel it's fables. It's a lie, because he knows that he's missed out on heaven. He was he was kicked out of heaven, and he's ruled around the earth. And he would like many people he can.
Like, kind of like jealous.
It's like a get you God, or
spiteful.
Yeah.
So you can't get kicked out of heaven, or is it like special cases? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
None of us have been to heaven, so none of us have been kicked out. So
don't want to find out, eh?
Well, the only way you can avoid that is just have a prayer to Jesus every morning, have a relationship with him. You don't have to do it. You can do it. I pray sometimes in my car when I'm waiting for someone. Pray anytime.
Yeah.
It's just like he hears everything. He knows everything you have. It's incredible to know that you have a God is in control. And he's aware of your needs. Praying, like, I always pray for you guys. Someone's sick, I always pray for them. For years, I'll pray for my friends in my old work. That they can come to know Jesus.
I think prayer is kind of like it's like an energy generator.
Yes, it is.
It
is. And I've seen people I thought would never. I went to a funeral and there's this guy there, and I work at one still. And he was a hard man, eh? And I went to this funeral of my friends.
Oh, yeah?
Guess who was there? He was there.
Oh.
I gave him a book.
Did you?
The tall guy, man. I never get that guy. Man. Wow.
Here's a book.
But I mean, he's joined the church, and there's a few other people I know that joined too. That's why they call us as literature evangelists, to go around warning people, showing people the truths and what's going on. And, you know.
Can you explain, like...
But the Bible's the most important part, but it's in the Bible. All that stuff I told you is in the Bible, Revelation.
In the Revelation.
Yeah. And but the great controversy gives a bit more insight in it. Mallinger White's writings.
Yeah, no, I'm interested to read that book. Or both, actually.
Yeah.
Like, you know, with a lot of like Christian religions, what are like the big like the big differences? Is it more like certain like slight beliefs kind of change which way you want, like what kind of a like Christian religion you would be determined by? So like 7-day Adventist.
Yeah, we're a sect, but there's a lot of people.
Different sects.
There's a lot of Christians out there that God knows the true ones that love Him. There's other people. We're not the. It just seems like we're the only ones going to make it. We're not. They're going to be Adventists going to move. Probably never make it. But I'm just saying that we have a responsibility as giving the truth out to the world, which all our countries have got a lot of the books, evangelists doing the books. And if people didn't know, God believes, it says in a time of ignorance, God winks at. In other words, if he didn't know and yet he's a good bloke, or he did the right thing, and he didn't know this, that, doesn't mean God will.
I think the main message is the love part.
Yeah, love part, yeah.
If you get that right.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. Love part. You can do, for example, you can do good things for God, do for the wrong intentions, wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And,
intention
love
is important.
Your fellow man, or like, that's right.
And like you said, like in the time of ignorance,
God winks at.
So it's more like, even if you believe like a certain day should be worshipped, or a certain kind of health style you should do, but really, if all six truly love and, their intention is pure, then it's kind of like the wink. It's like, that's the main message anyway.
Well, God must have winked at me a few times when I didn't know about the Adventist church. And I think back, and I could have been killed by the car.
Oh, yeah.
Quite a few times I got, I've had problems with that. Fell asleep at the wheel and I stood live. And that's when I was drinking then, and that sort of thing. But Mum was praying. Yeah. Mum always prayed for her kids. And I really believe that there's Mum's prayers.
Yeah, it's the energy.
I was doing some bad things, but on the drugs and that. And
that's all part of your journey, Uncle.
Yeah. But I always,
it's meant to be.
It's good to share that testimony, because I've shared my testimony with people.
Yeah.
And this guy was on drugs, and quite a few people, and they got baptized. Quite a few people got baptized.
That's why it's good to share. It really does help other people.
That's right. It inspires them too as well, and they're doing the same work I'm doing.
So a lot of people feel like they're alone.
Yeah.
But when they hear someone like you speaking these things,
And out there, I'm not perfect.
Who is that?
I sound like it does, but it's just the message.
I may seem like it.
Jesus is perfect. I'm not perfect. Jesus is perfect. And as long as you know Jesus, you can't beat it.
I wonder if Jesus himself would say that about himself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father but by him, by me, he says. There's no one else can get to God only through him. Unfortunately, it's with there's a lot of good people in the Catholic Church, but they turn to the priests.
Yeah.
It's man. That's not God. But I mean, in time of ignorance, God would know their plight. There's a lot of good people in the Catholic Church, in other churches. And we're not the only ones that know about God, but there's a lot of good people out there. God knows their hearts. God knows everyone. Knows your heart.
Mm.
And you're a good boy, good fella. You look after your parents, look after your family.
Try to.
Your family, no one's perfect.
Mm.
I'm not. But I tell you what, it doesn't take much to have a prayer every day. I pray for about everyone I can think of in my jobs.
Yeah.
I pray for them.
It's good. It's giving off good energy,
I've even prayed like this because you can do it. I'm in a car and I'll just see that person looking like discouraged, and I say, Lord, I don't know who that person is, but I'll pray for them.
Mm.
That's how much power God's got and can give us.
Yeah, you harness the power too.
Harness the power. Because you can do it. You can have the power to do that.
Mm. And if you think about it, if one person does it and affects, say, 5 people around them, then hopefully each of those 5 people will be in a better position to influence 5 other people.
That's right.
In a more positive way too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like even if, if somebody's had a bad experience and called your names in it, and I just say, okay, Lord, I pray for that guy, he had a bad experience. He probably didn't mean it. Will you forgive him? We could do that.
Yeah, forgiveness is important.
Because, forgiveness is very important.
Understanding is important too.
Yeah.
Because
understanding too.
That person's probably going through something to do and say things,
That's right. And
so that person probably needs more help than the person that understands the situation.
Exactly, that's right. And I've even said one time there's a guy, for example, there's an amazing thing about power of prayer. This guy, I made a mistake, and so he blasted this horn and said, you effing this and effing that. And you know what? I asked God, forgive him because I caused him to do that.
Somehow, some way,
I was the cause of it.
You were part of
it. Yeah. And so that's the power. That's the amazing thing about
power. But forgiveness, having that.
Yeah, to do that.
Yeah, it's power. Yeah.
Because to know that you got the power to say.
So it's like a force field too.
I don't have to go and talk to someone about it. I straight away said, listen, forgive me, forgive that guy.
Yeah.
He's not the fault. I was. So forgive me. So how easy is that?
Yeah. And see, that would have stopped any further negative implications.
Yeah, because we've got 2 powers in this world. The powers of evil.
Positive and negative.
You got the powers of Satan, and you got the powers of God. The angels, different angels. You got the angels of Satan, and so we're in a warfare. So we've got to be careful with our words, and you can use your words in a good way. And but if you say something wrong with it, just pray and ask for forgiveness. It's done.
Yeah, sometimes you're that person that needs forgiveness, Sometimes you might be the person that be blasting someone.
Yeah, that's right. Well, when I was working at the One Steel, it's funny how you have an influence, eh?
Oh, yeah, of course.
But I was only Christian there, as far as I know. I was a storeman, but for some reason or other, they liked me. But then this other guy came along and said, he wanted me to go up on the thing instead of doing the stores. So I said, I don't mind. And but it's amazing how you can have an influence with people, because I gave them books, and I sort of like evangelizing when I could, if the people wanted it. And the one guy had problems, and black fella from Africa, and I said to my friend, don't worry, because he said he's going to lose his job. He's worried about his job. And I said, don't worry, I'll pray for you. And I prayed for him just there and there on night shift. And you know what? He said, guess, Ollie, I still got my job.
Thanks, Ollie.
That was my nickname.
We'll keep that prick.
So I was a prayer warrior for some guys.
That's good.
And
just bring that closer to you, Uncle.
Yeah, I was a prayer warrior for those people. And I always pray for you and all our families.
Thank you.
There's never a day where I've never prayed for anyone. And prayer is
we
so
always
important.
pray for the family.
Yeah.
Especially grandma. She's got a big list, you know.
Yeah, she's got a list like me.
Yeah,
I got her off her. Yeah, I get up in the morning and I'll pray for about an hour. And
that's good. That's healthy, I think.
Yeah, it's good for you.
Yeah, I think so. Because it's like affirmations too in your mind to start a positive day, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people think God's a tyrant. They do think that. But you get people thinking that. But he's not a tyrant.
I think.
If only you knew who's behind, we all have guardian angels. If only you knew who's with you. That's God.
To me that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know, the creator of all creators.
Yeah. That's it's just amazing. Someone that creates everything.
Yeah, everything.
And still know about you.
It's almost like God is everything.
Yeah.
You know?
He is.
We're all connected.
Yeah. I mean, you can see a lot of things like close shaves and things like that. Oh, gee, how did that happen? You know, I've had that happen a few times.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people, almost everyone will have their close encounters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I did like us in the house fire. Cook Islands.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I was so tired.
Oh, yeah. What was that like? Yeah.
I was so tired.
Just got to bring it closer to you.
I was so tired.
Yeah. What was that experience like?
I was so tired working for the Rarotonga Resort Hotel. And
you worked there?
Yeah, I worked
there. It's still there.
At 1 o'clock in the morning. And I fell asleep, not in the room, I fell asleep on the sofa. And all I remember is waking up like this, my eyes, I was dead sleeping, and just looked to the right and to the wall of where the fuse box was.
Yeah.
It's all burning, fire. And I jumped up and I just ran out to the room and said, wake up the kids, wake up, hurry up. And got the kids out to said Nathan was the last one to come out. I ran out and then I said, where's Nathan? And so I ran and got him, he was half asleep. So I pulled him out of the fire, walked him down, and then I thought Chrissy was still in there, the youngest one.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go inside, and Lynn said, no, she's here under the tea bunny tree, crying. And then we ran on the road, and our Honda Civic was taken on the road, and the whole place we stood there, and all the neighbours came out at 1 o'clock in the morning because of the night shift. And they came out, and the whole house went burned. We would have been dead if I didn't wake up.
Hey?
We would have been dead if I didn't wake them up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And even though...
Because the smoke is going to affect people sleeping and keep you asleep.
Now, that time, I left the church a bit. I was drinking.
Yeah.
And when I went to Rarotonga.
How old were you when you
were
living there? 20s?
No, I was 25, I think. When we
25.
And I believe that it was an angel.
That's
that touched my eye because I was tired.
You were already tired?
Yeah, and I touched my eye and then I saw the fire. And then the other blessing was I was just driving from town and the guy, because we lost everything. And this guy was in his car and he goes, beating the horn, he says, hey, so yeah, you're on radio Cook Island. There's a Cook Island guy used to be on there, and they're raising money for us.
Oh, yeah.
And they raised about, I think, $15,000.
Oh, back then?
Yeah, not then.
Back then, that's a lot of, even now it's a lot of money,
yeah.
15K.
Or something like that. Anyway, we were so amazed, and everyone was saying, oh, you're the lady. They give us Linda money, didn't recognise me, because we were in the paper. And
I remember the paper clip,
yeah. It was Freddie Kyle, I think he was the guy that was I think he's Samoan and married to Aurora. And we just amazed. And we felt homesick, so we wanted to go back. But we had the money, and I thought, we better go.
You mean like recently?
No, back in the time.
Homesick.
Rara.
To come back to NZ?
Yeah, we were homesick, so we came back.
How long were you living there, roughly?
We were only there for about a year, probably a year and a half. Yeah, it wasn't long.
Yeah. And so once that happened,
we
moved back?
We went back, and we actually wanted...
Back to Australia?
No, New Zealand.
Oh, you went to New Zealand?
Yeah. And, so we went back, and then and that's it. And then we went back. Lost the house.
Yeah.
And but people were really grateful. They were giving us food. Money was coming through, so...
That helped out a lot, eh?
Yeah, we went back, and we went back to Madarewa, Lynn's parents' place, and then we came to Australia. But
soon after?
Oh, about 4 years later.
Oh, 4 years? Oh, yeah.
Maybe a little.
So Chrissy grew up in Auckland a little bit?
Yeah, she was in Auckland.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Hey.
I have got that
right? Maybe it was Linda.
Wait a minute.
No, but they're so close, so yeah, it's hard to say. I remember in the photo there was a few kids. So.
No, that's right. They came over because she was a baby.
She was a baby. So yeah.
That's right. She was a baby. And then a few years later, we went to Australia.
To Melbourne.
Yeah, Melbourne.
Yeah.
Now we're in the Sunshine State. But wherever I can go, whenever I go door knocking, I always share my testimony if I see a need. Because there's some people out there don't realise that.
It's helpful, you know?
Yeah. I mean, just imagine it. Just imagine you got a mansion made of gold.
Yeah.
Pure gold.
Cool.
Sounds like like a fairy tales, but it's in the Bible.
Mm.
And you can fly to one mansion to another, and you can tell your story about why we're here. We telling us
travel back and forth at the speed of thought.
Because just remember, there's other worlds here. The other worlds are watching. Other worlds. And so we as a people who went through the fire of sin and all that, would be blessed with a crown because of that.
Mm.
Because of that. Because our world was infested with sin. There was only one.
Yeah, that's
amazing.
Interesting. Because when I think about, like, when you say things like that and then compare it to what's going on now, like, it's very... like a little bit airy because it kind of resembles what's happening now, you know?
Yeah.
Like with the digital world.
Yeah.
You know, when you say like you'll have one home in heaven and one home like on earth.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the digital world. You'll have your home, but like a lot of people nowadays, they live in digital world.
In digital world, that's right.
Which is like, you know, it could be maybe another realm.
Exactly.
You know, and like just like that, you could be in this world or you could be in home.
Yeah.
So like, you know, that's what I'm saying is when I hear you say some things like that, it really resembles kind of today in this digital world that we're heading in.
Yeah. But the difference is you can live forever.
But in the digital world, it's kind of forever too.
Yeah, but the world's going to come to an end because Jesus will come back to get his people.
Mm.
And he'll come forth from the graves and they'll come up. And people died and whatever, or people living.
Mm.
That's why we must be ready for them. And all it is just having a relationship with him. Pray and read his word. That's why Grandma and us read our word. It's a relationship. God is love.
That's the main thing.
It's a strange thing, really. It says in the Bible, a strange thing for God to destroy people, but he has to.
Mm.
You know, but people think it's like this with the Catholics, why you're burning forever and ever. That's like making God an ogre. To watch people burning like on the spit.
How is that different to like destroying people?
Well, for example, it's not. What do you mean destroying people? Like,
you know how
it's
you
destroying
said,
wars and all.
Destroying like that part of humanity.
Oh, like the end of the world.
Yeah, because you said like God has to destroy.
Well, sin has been. People have rejected him, so he has no choice. He can't force people to want to love him.
Mm.
But if they reject him, that's what their choice is.
Mm.
Yeah, the choice. Sin can't go on. And so he has no choice. In fact, people think, oh, it'll be burning. So someone said to me, will it be burning sin? No, sometimes God will be graceful and make it instant.
Mm.
He's not a person that's going to torture anyone.
Like
kind of no one likes to hear that, but he has no choice because they've chosen not to follow him, love him. They've chosen the other one, which is the guy with the horns. So it's Lucifer. Lucifer hates God. He was one of the angels. He was one of the main angels in heaven. He was a main angel in heaven. But he felt pride came into him.
A bit of pride.
Pride. And he went against God. And God had no choice. He took a few angels with him. A third of the angels went with him. They're powerful angels. So you imagine.
But nothing's as powerful as God, though.
Yeah, but the angels to us in the world are very powerful. The evil angels. You got the good angels in the earth as well. So that's why having a relationship with Jesus is very important and praying for your kids. I pray, and my prayer list, all you guys, all my family. Yeah. It takes about 45 minutes for my prayer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Sometimes I go over. Sometimes I want to pray for something else at it. So I
depends on like the stage in your life. Or you might meet some people.
That's right. God is love, but he has no choice but to destroy the wicked because they don't want him. They didn't accept him. He has no choice. But unfortunately, the world can't go on forever and ever. I'd rather go to a place where we can have no wars, have our own, everything back beautiful.
Like peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
Forever.
And harmony.
Forever. That's right. Man, I just can't, you imagine just flying at the speed of light, or not even that, or speed of thought.
Just instant.
Instant. Or you can take your time.
Yeah. So what would Earth be like?
And the new one?
Yeah.
I can't.
Is it going to be much different, do you think? Like teachings say it'll be different to heaven, or?
I've never been to heaven, so but all I know is that it says that our mansion will be having mansions of gold.
Gold, yeah.
Pure gold. Yeah, pure gold. And you're about to fly at the speed of thought. You can take your time through the universe. You don't have to have a mask. You have to be in a rocket.
You don't have to have a mask.
Yeah. No. Don't have to have a mask.
No COVID jabs.
No COVID jabs.
You need your COVID jabs to get in this one.
I think the COVID jab is really Satan. He's the one that's causing all those problems.
It goes back to like what we were talking about, the $1 trillion companies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can already
They're owned by the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds, they don't believe in Jesus. They're part of a sect where they there's a lot of good Catholic Church people out there, beautiful people. God knows their hearts, and I won't judge them. But it's not that; it's a system.
Exactly. Yeah.
What they did in the Dark Ages was terrible. It's history. We know the history of what they did. They murdered millions of people. The system they had. There's good, like Luther was. That's why Luther was a key person in church. He fought against that, and it's a system, not the people. There's some good people. There's no doubt, and I always pray for the people, and the Catholic people, because the time of ignorance God winks at. He knows, and he knows ones that really love him. Even people who aren't even Christians or Adventists. He knows. There's some good people out there.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know, but he knows everything.
Yeah. Yeah, like you say, like the whole wink thing, they could be Catholics, but if their heart is pure and they love,
exactly,
then that's the wink that you're referring to. It's like,
that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because some, a lot of times people grown into a certain sect or a religion and they don't know any other, But the thing is, what binds it all is the love.
That's right.
And the pure intent.
Well, it says that God is love.
Mm.
And that's what, and I can see your family, for example.
Mm.
You love your family.
Yeah, of course.
I
love everyone.
Yeah, that's right. You do too. And so I've had a few problems with my kids when I was growing up, and I think it's because of me, because I had problems then.
But it's just you on your journey, Uncle.
Yeah, now it's ironed out now.
Yeah.
And I said, Lord,
you have to go through it.
Yeah, because I left the Lord a few times, and that time was one of my darkest times.
Mm.
And the kids always remind me. But I said, listen, I know you've forgiven me. He says, they have. So,
But the main thing is you understand it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It was necessary.
Yeah.
To get to this point.
Exactly.
To fully understand.
That's right.
Mm.
And that's my journey, mate.
It's beautiful.
It's I wouldn't have thought I would be talking about this on. Is anyone out there I might have offended? I'm sure I'm not. It's for the love of Jesus that I'm sharing.
We forgive them.
And I've actually, the great thing about knowing God, like I've gone past, accidentally, didn't mean to, hurt someone's feeling. Like the guy swore at me and said, "You idiot," because I didn't look properly.
Oh, like driving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, straight away, Lord, forgive me for upsetting that guy.
I do the same.
Don't put the onus on him because God's the judge, you see. All the words that you say are counted in the book. So I said, Lord, forgive that guy. I've always done that.
Yeah.
Forgive the guy because it was my fault, and he already knows it's my fault. I just got to admit it.
Yeah, I do that a lot. Yeah, if I make a mistake, I just apologize straight away, You know
what? God can hear it. As long as God can hear it, God will hear it, and he knows it wasn't your fault. But it's good.
Well, an accident is an accident. You don't intend to do it, but sometimes you do it.
But just say, just say, that's what I do.
Yeah. I always do the hand.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Oh, you do the cross. I think, a lot of people make things so hard. Me and Lynn have been married for quite a few years, 39 years, I think, almost.
Oh, wow.
And, we have up and downs.
Yeah.
I always believe in forgiveness.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Before you go to sleep, they will, forgive and.
Oh, yeah, that's like Kate. Yeah, she does. She doesn't like to leave on a negative note.
No.
Yeah.
Because you know what? You might not wake up.
It's true.
And you still got that thing. That's why it's always good to make things right. Some guy swore at me one time, and I said, Lord, don't forgive him because I'm the one that made it, cause him to swear that. No?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That makes sense, eh? It's not, and it's not hard to do.
But it's good though. It's good approach,
Yeah.
You diffuse any,
Yeah.
unnecessary negative.
Well, when I was working at One Steel, I was different to some of the guys, but at the end of my years there, one of the guys said, "Oh, 3 years for Ollie. He's been there for a while." And
how long were you there?
And I was there for about 7 years, I think.
Oh yeah, 7 years.
But
it's a long time.
But there's one guy that, because I was a bit different in my approach, because they knew what I was like, and he said, "Hey, listen, 3 years for Ollie." They call me Ollie because I know. They knew what I was like, and then I'm going. So, but everyone was there. Usually, you get in a couple of people. It just happens on that day. All the people were there. There's quite a few. Usually, if someone goes away, there's only a couple of people. I'll see at the pub.
But maybe you had that influence because you like to talk to people,
Or encourage. I used to encourage a lot. Somebody gets angry at someone, I said, "Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
just forgive."
Yeah, you probably had a big influence.
I did
on a lot of people.
Well, I did pray. There's I know there's Muhammad's on there. And Muhammad was already angry and from Nigeria or somewhere, and he says, "Oh, he was starting to cry." And I said, "What's wrong?" these fellas always pick on me and they call me names. He says, don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry. I'll pray for you. And, I talked to them. I sort them out. No one would want to mix with me because I used to mix with the... I used to go...
Big salmon, solid...
Well, not in that. I was straight. And I got caught up in the unions. I just told the union delegate straight away. I got pulled into the office and tried to fight for the cause, and the guy said they couldn't do nothing. He says, well, can't do anything.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
Something happened like...
Yeah, I wasn't a delegate, but because of health and safety,
I
went in once and just gave it to the managers.
Oh, like you told him...
Yeah, told him, and you had health and safety today, and all of a sudden the barriers are down and...
You told him all the problems that were going on.
And it's hypocritical. And they always said, we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm sure it's a shame you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But I still got
they can do something about it.
Yeah. But they still got the job. And when it came to my last day, I couldn't believe this.
Now, how come you left?
I left because I wanted to go and do...
Just try something else?
Go back on it, doing the door knocking.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Was it?
Go to Nathan when he had his contract.
Oh, what contract?
He was for contract with, what would you call it?
Oh, you got a contract?
Yeah. What's that place?
Like a school?
No, what's that place? You get a different companies like a delivery.
Oh, like courier?
Courier, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, so he got that. That's kind of like being your own boss too.
Yeah, and I said I wanted to go anyway.
It was time for you to leave that place, huh?
But when they said, one of the foremen said, wait, because there's about 300 people there. He says, yes.
Oh, really?
Ollie's last day today. And they all cheered.
Yeah, that would have been surreal, eh?
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it. I thought they might say nothing and walk away. They wouldn't cheer. I think they cheered because I'm going away because I used to always stand up for the boys. I was too straight.
Mm.
I stand up with somebody had someone. I had to tell them straight, the boss, and that's probably why. But
they probably want to give you a good send off.
Yeah.
So if they not really cared, they probably wouldn't even be there.
Oh, I was sort of one of the guys I'd fight for their rights and say, turn the thing off. Don't worry about it. And they wanted to get the thing off the belt, so quickly on the thing. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
And so and so the boss couldn't do nothing.
Mm. So you left on your own for that job?
Yeah, I left on my own. And then not long after, it's funny that guys were ringing up and said, we're leaving too.
Oh, yeah?
Because you know how it is.
It's not fun anymore. Ollie's gone.
When someone sticks up here,
oh, yeah.
They're not scared.
And then that person's gone and...
It's gone. I think that's what happened. Then I met that one guy at church. I gave him a book. I didn't realise. I don't know whether it's a book that I gave him.
Yeah.
He came to church. So I used to give books out to the ones that wanted it.
Yeah.
But sometimes, mate. One couple will take a book.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what will happen.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Or it might not happen straight away.
Sow the seed.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Sowing
right.
seeds.
So like in the future, just like you,
Yeah.
You had an epiphany moment where you had the dream and then it started your journey. So someone else might have the same subconsciously in their mind. They've got that book somewhere.
Yeah.
And then when the time is right, then they just want to pursue.
Well, I've had a few people I know that got it and have changed.
Mm.
And they've been baptized and I didn't know until I was told by one of my other cohort friends.
Mm.
So I've been to baptisms because of a book. Yeah. Because I shared my testimony about how I could do it.
Yeah, your whole
my testimony
struggle and your journey and challenges.
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, Uncle, can you tell me more about your brother Raymond?
Raymond.
Yeah, I want to know more about him because obviously I know.
Raymond. I tell you what.
Namesake.
I used to hitchhike a lot.
Used to what?
Hitchhike.
Oh, hitchhike.
So the last time I saw him, I went down with my Māori friends down the line a bit, And so
This is around New Zealand.
yeah.
North Island.
So when I came back, because he used to hitchhike too,
Yeah.
and
It must have been the thing to do back then. Too.
yeah, well, I used to like hitchhiking.
Wouldn't be unusual to hitchhike back then.
Oh yeah, well, one time my car broke down, and I was where Weymouth is the other side there.
Mm.
You go down towards Hamilton, you turn around, come right up to the peninsula in my little V-dub, and actually I broke down.
Yeah.
And the guy said, "Oh, there's two ways you can do it. You can swim across there, or we'll go right around. I'll give you a ride home." So he gave me a ride home.
Mm.
No, he didn't get a ride home. I told him, just get me down to the road that comes to that area, and I go on the main drag to go up to Auckland, just by hitchhiking.
Oh, okay. So it just got you to the main motorway.
No, you got no.
Oh, main road.
No. How did it happen?
You hitchhiked back home.
The two boys were in there. No, we went. He gave us a lift home in his car.
Oh yeah.
But then I had to go back get my car because it was the car. The car was in the garage in the peninsula, and I said to Lynn, "Oh, how am I going to get down here?" Oh, sure, I'll hitchhike.
Just hitchhike back down.
And I got the car and drove it back. My V-dub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So got it all fixed and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I did a lot of hitchhiking. So did Raymond.
Mm. What was he like as a person?
Very humble boy.
Yeah.
Quiet boy. And played chess.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Played with Uncle John.
Mm.
And no, he's very humorous boy in a way. He can be a bit of a larrikin. Both of us were. Oh, yeah,
you guys pick on Mum, Sile?
No, Sile never. They're twins, aren't they?
You should know.
They're twins.
Who, your brother and sister?
Just checking you out, mate.
Not yet.
No. He had a good job. He worked for a railway company.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was working at the steelworks across from where he was. No, he's a very quiet boy.
Yeah. What was he like when he was younger? Just
a quiet guy. Does a bit of reading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they very humble sort of boy, you know.
Mm. Just kept to himself.
Yeah. And I'm totally different. I sort of like going places.
Yeah.
You're like that too, aren't you?
I think so, yeah. But I also love chess though.
Yeah. Well, he used to play chess quite a bit.
Mm.
He's very good.
Do you remember the last time you saw him?
Last time I saw him, yeah, when I came back from down south, and all my mates came back. Well, actually, I came by myself, and I was on the train, and there was some band I was on there. Some people that were going to see Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, really?
Give you an idea of the year. Look it up, and you know the time I was there.
Oh, wow.
Fleetwood Mac came to, and it was going from Wellington to Auckland. And all these hippies there, you know, and the thing there, smoking away there. And then I thought
That's a big one.
Yeah, and I thought I got off at the right track. I got off right Papakura instead of Manadewa.
Oh, yeah.
so knowing I hitchhike a lot, I put my thumb out, got a lift down.
Mm.
My other mates, Māori fellas, Samoan Scallon, they stayed behind on the farm, McDonald's farm. And then when I came home, Raymond was just, the next day, he woke up and he said, he's going to go somewhere. He said, he's going to come with me. I said, where? Going to hitchhike up north.
Mm.
I regret that, eh?
Mm.
And I said to him, oh,
then
no.
you just finished hitchhiking.
Yeah, because I had a dream of Lynn. Because Lynn said the last person that saw me off, besides Selena, and because we weren't a boyfriend and girlfriend, but we were friends from church.
Yeah.
And so I rang up, what did I say? Yeah, I told him I've got to see Lynn. I have to take a date.
Oh, so he asked like if you wanted to go up north?
Yeah, and I said,
oh,
I just made a talking to Lynn.
Yeah,
of course. I'm going to have a date with see her. Haven't seen her for a while because we've been away in the country. And
yeah, of course.
And to this day, I regret it.
Nah, you shouldn't.
No, honestly, I wish I went with him.
Though, yeah?
Because after that, we never saw him again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I still think...
But you wouldn't know.
Yeah, but it still keeps coming to my mind. Not all the time.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll think about it.
You can't know that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Mm.
And, that's right, you can't know.
No.
And that was it.
That was the last time, man.
That was the last time, yeah.
Mm.
And John tried to find out for the newspaper or find somewhere to find him. There's no notice of him, nothing.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
It's a mystery, right?
But the memories are still there, so that's good.
It always is there.
Yeah.
And I still pray for him.
Mm.
You know, I'm not going to write him off, and I've been praying for quite a few years. I pray for a few years now. I pray for just about everyone I know.
Yeah, eventually, we're all going to end up somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, so.
God will know. Who knows? God, I will never know. And that's why I'm kind of close with your mum.
Mm.
I was a bit of a bad boy at first one time, but I really appreciate Sile. She looks after me because I got a little bit of, my mind's getting slower now.
That's just inevitable,
yeah,
you know?
That's right.
You even see with Grandma now, you know?
That's right, yeah. Yeah.
Even I'm going to get there too, so, you know.
No, you'll be right.
What was that?
You'll be okay.
Who are you?
Yeah. You'll be okay, mate.
We'll all get there at some point.
What am I doing here?
Yeah. It's going to happen.
But, we just got to, it's happened before. I still pray for Raymond.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that. But he's in my prayer list as if he's still around. And,
he is in a way.
Yeah, yeah. He could have a family somewhere.
Or spiritual.
Yeah,
he's around.
He could be around. For some reason he left, but I really appreciate, being of your mum, my sister, and my brother, my mum, It's that's why I like coming down here.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good to have you around, Uncle.
Well, it's good to have you around, bro. I'm really impressed with you. I'm really proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
What you're doing,
I don't know what I'm doing. It'll make sense one day.
Well, you're talking to me, mate.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
That's right. I'm nobody. I'm just your uncle.
And that's good too, It's good to share this side of things. And
I didn't think I've ever shared that with anyone.
Yeah, but I think the point is like the whole experience will live on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did. I have shared it. I shared it with Lynn and the kids.
Mm.
And I showed them.
But now, hopefully
no one
you
else.
shared it with your great grandchildren. Yeah.
No, it's God is good, eh? It's just you just can't fathom.
No.
But God is love.
Mm.
He's a loving God.
Fathom.
Yeah.
In its most simplest form.
Yeah. I've seen people baptized without me knowing, just through a seed sign, a bit of a track.
Mm.
And next thing you know, you got to go, someone who knows you.
Yeah.
I've seen some baptized. And it's good to see that. Come to know Lord. Yeah. And all you have to do is say, love you, Jesus.
Mm.
It's not hard. You don't have to crawl on you like Luther did, crawling on, the priest and the altar, crawling up the stairs in the Catholic Church and just realising he's bleeding. It's just by grace you're saved. Grace.
Mm.
That's all it is. God is graceful and loving. And he knows
forgiving.
He knows everything. He knows your thoughts. He knows your thoughts and he knows where you're in, what you're in. That's why I like praying. I pray every morning. My grandma does too.
Yes, the list. I was thinking, like on your list would be tea, yeah?
Tea. I pray for him.
Yeah.
I've been praying for years for him.
Hopefully he pulls through.
God's will. God's will. Because when he passes away, with knowing his relationship with Jesus, that's what he will see.
He'll be all right.
Within a moment. Because in the grave, it seems like a long time for a person, but within a moment, when you die, you'll see Jesus.
Just instant.
Instant, because no length of time in the grave, because your thoughts are nothing. You can't do nothing. It's like when you fall asleep.
It's the same kind
and you wake up, sound like a minute, eh?
Yeah.
You ever had that before?
Might have been thousands of years.
Yeah. So it's in a moment you'll see him.
When time comes.
Yeah, time comes. And all it is just have a relationship with Jesus like he's your older brother. Just talk to him like a friend. I talk to him when I'm on the bus.
Yeah.
If
any opportunity, really?
Mind, yeah. My mind. And it's a good thing about it. He knows everything.
If you were to send out a message to T, what would you say to him right now?
The message to my cousin T, I know you love God, love Jesus. All's well. Either way, whether you sleep or you're going to still be around, all's well. We all love you. I love you, brother. And God loves you. That's what matters. Jesus loves you.
Beautiful.
Gee, I didn't think I'd say this on the first time.
That's all right. It's good. I reckon you'll come back too.
Last time I was talking into something like this was in the police station, recording me.
We got him.
And Uncle John come all the way to bail me out at the Central Police Station in Auckland.
In the city.
Yeah, I was always getting into trouble. Fights and...
But now you do the opposite. You prevent fights.
Oh, I just love to talk to people. I like to... I've in a few years over the years, I can remember a lot of people who are down and out, and they turn to Christ.
Just help them out.
Yeah, they got off the drugs. Just by praying for them. People at work, and people I meet when I door knock, they're giving their heart to Jesus after a few years after reading a book, or even there and then. You can do it straight away. You don't have to.
When the time is right, I suppose.
You don't have to have points and all that. Just ask him.
So it could be like with you, just like an epiphany, like that.
Ask
just
him,
come to you.
Come to your heart, and ask for forgiveness, and you'll forgive everything you have. Everything, and the love of Jesus comes in you. And you feel this like Grandma, how she likes talking about you. Look, she's still going,
Yeah, see, you feel the passion.
Yeah.
And she harnesses that energy too. Yeah.
I mean, I've
carry on.
I've had cases where people have been baptized and I didn't even know. Because of that seed sign. Yeah. There's a few people that I know over the years have been baptized.
And didn't know?
And they've gone and shared it and they've baptized, and it just goes on. So I will never know until Jesus says, it's because of these people here.
Well, there would have been a lot of people prior to you.
Yeah, prior to the seed sown.
The seed, many seeds.
Yep, you're right.
You're just in that big wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the seed that was sown for these evangelists that came to my place in Kingsland. That's a good example. And yet I had a dream before. It's funny that because after I got that book, I never touched the book. I didn't tell you.
Until you had that dream.
Yeah, and then I had the dream, and then I'll go read the book. And that's why.
Started from there.
It's an amazing book, eh? And yet she had low-grade education. Yeah. But God doesn't use the wise. He uses the humble. Ellen G. White. She wrote more books than any other person. She wrote on, why a lot of the hospitals are around?
Yeah, sanitarium.
Yeah, because of her.
Yeah.
Because of her.
And big influence.
And we have sanitariums in the Adventist Church. We have sanitariums over in America, and people have been cured from cancer because
preventions.
Cancer can be cured.
Mm.
It can be cured by the information that we have. And usually it's just food.
Yeah, that's a big one, eh? Food, yeah.
Food plays a big part.
Mm.
My diet is eat like a king in the morning,
Yeah.
a prince at night, and a prince at lunchtime and pauper at night.
Ah.
Don't have any at night.
Yeah, nothing at night, eh?
No, because
it helps you digest what you had in the morning.
People eat their food at the wrong time.
Mm.
You can lose your weight by having your main meal in the first part of the day.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
first
otherwise,
in the day, yeah.
why would you want to sleep on your meal?
Mm.
And that's why people wake up, oh, give me a Coke, give me going again, or give me this and the tablets and that. A coffee. You know,
I do enjoy my coffees.
Yeah. But if you don't have coffee, try the other way. You wouldn't need the coffee.
Yeah.
Mind you.
I try to have it once every second day. So
Yeah. But it's just the eating side of it. Eat like a king.
Eating, yeah.
In the morning.
Yeah, it makes sense. Eat large first.
Yeah. Burn it off.
Because throughout the day, you're helping digest.
That's right.
Yeah.
You don't put $10 a petrol in your car when you're going for the whole day for a long drive.
Mm.
You fill it up.
Fill it all the way up.
And that's where, when I went to my jobs, I was always energetic. And people say, hey, where do you get your energy from?
Oh. It's like going on a long drive and then topping up $10 all the time.
Because one time at one steel, they had this big problem with us. They had this the crusher, cars, and they knew what I was like. I had got this all this energy, eh? Probably before I was Superman or something.
Yeah.
And these big bolts, I had to bang them, eh? Sledgehammer. Bang, bang, bang. And then they'd get the hammer gun and that shake. And I did all those 20 bolts in a record time. They couldn't believe it.
Oh, yeah.
If they tried to do it anywhere else, it would take longer.
Mm.
And they say, man, I didn't stop.
Just the human strength, eh?
I just held on to it. It's just not my strength, because you got to hold it because it's, as long as you hold it, it does work. But some people couldn't handle it for very long. And I did it for about half an hour. I did that.
Oh, yeah.
Half an hour.
That's a long time.
And those big bolts on the thing like that, they came loose.
Mm.
It's just amazing.
And that goes back to kind of like strength and...
Well, not only strength, but it was prayer, because they didn't realise I was praying.
Yeah, but also like the food and your diet does play a part too. Yeah,
because those guys will be tired. And I'll be still working, doing extra chores.
Ah, yeah, that's interesting.
I'd go the extra mile.
The
guy's tired. I just go for it. I'll do it. I was very open. At one time, I think they wanted me to be a union delegate because the other guy wasn't doing the job. I'll be straight and go to the bosses and tell them where it is.
Yeah,
but I was arrogant then. I realised, because there was a point where I sort of went away from God, and that was one of them. But we all got, so I was a bit arrogant then and hard in that way, but in the way came back. I wasn't arrogant like in a bad way. I was arrogant because I was just getting up the managers.
I don't know if it's arrogant. It's more like courage.
Well, I think like that because I'm a Christian now, and we don't got to watch what we say.
Ah, but sometimes you have to have courage to stand up.
Yeah,
to
that's
something
probably what
that
it was.
You think is wrong,
Because when at the end of the day, all the guys were there. They usually have a talk outside in the office, and the guys were going to walk around. And one of the supervisors said, "No, wait, let's get free chairs for Ollie." And he always just clapped like they won the British Cup or something. I've never had anyone like that done before, they reckon.
It's a good feeling, eh? It's good.
Yeah. I prayed for the bosses, eh? Some of them were hard ones, but I prayed for them.
Well, this will be our first uncle, but we're going to wrap up this podcast.
This has gone too long, eh?
No. I just got to get home, pick up the kids. Not pick up the kids, but take over from the kids.
Yeah. Thank you much for that.
That's all right. Do you want to do like a prayer?
Yeah, I will. Heavenly Father, thank you for the privilege of speaking and about you, how you come into my life. And I thank you for my nephew Ray for the work he's doing, And I just pray for the people out there that if you're not happy, turn to Jesus, and He'll look after you. Thank you. Amen.
Amen. All right. That's the first prayer. Well, thanks for coming, Uncle, and we'll have you on again. We'll share part 2.
Part 2. Thank you, grandson. I appreciate that.